Hey everybody, Near Mint Nerd here for the I Got Issues channel. Today I got an all new haul video. I think you're gonna like this one. It's part kind of like, I think we'll label this haul number 12 in the sequential order of all the hauls on my channel. But really this is kind of part 2 of that crazy $1 haul I got a while back. There's been kind of an ongoing thing. I go back to the shop every couple of days and buy a whole bunch more dollar books. I mean, they're not like crazy amazing, but wait till you see a couple of the ones that I got in this next video. I kind of went. They have two sections. They have $1 books, and then they have $5 books. This last time I went like heavy into the $5 books to see if I could find some real bargains even in there, and I think I did. So quite a few of these books are from the $5 section, but there are a couple more from the $1 section. I think you're gonna have a good time. I mean, there's some Silver Age stuff for sure. There's a couple of cool covers. There's a couple of number ones. It's gonna be a good time in the old Near Mint Nerd house tonight. All right, so I'm gonna get right to that, and stay tuned because here we go over to Comic Central. Here we go. See you on the other side. Alright guys, so we're going to start the haul with a couple of books that are like variants or whatnot. Nothing too exciting. I don't want to give you a heart attack right at the start of the video. Like, I want to ease you into it, you know? Alright, so here we go. It's Thor number 3 from the latest series. This is a variant edition. I don't recognize who the artist is, and I haven't really looked it up. There's a signature there, but it's not one that I immediately recognize. And to be honest, I don't even totally love the art. I mean, look at the hand on Thor. It just seems like very simplistic. But it was a variant edition that was $1, and it looked cool. I mean, this was a $4 comic not that long ago, so to get it for $1, I would have got the standard covers as well. You know, I don't have this issue, so I happen to be able to get a variant. Next up, I found this really cool Joe Jusko cover of Tomb Raider. Is it Jusko or Jusko? I never know comic names. You'll have to forgive me. I don't, you so rarely hear people say the actual names of comic creators that it's hard for me to just kind of guess. This is from the year 2000, Y2K here in the corner. Gorgeous, gorgeous Tomb Raider cover. Really dig that. What do you guys think? Pretty cool, eh? My little Canadian accent there just slipped out. I apologize for that. And I'm already saying sorry. I mean, holy cow. Can I be any more Canadian right now? Maybe if I was, eating a pile of bacon. That's about as more Canadian as I can get at this moment. All right, so there we go. That's a good one. I got Star Trek number 1. Just because why not? Like, I missed this one. This is a time when this issue came out, I was kind of moving into digital comics a little bit more. I just kind of got fed up with, buying comics every week. I was really busy. I was on the staff of a TV show, and it was really hard for me to get out to the shop every Wednesday. It was much easier for me to buy digital. But then I immediately regretted it. And about 2 years later, I started needing to go back and get all the stuff that I missed. This was one of the things that kind of fell through the cracks. So it's nice to have a number 1 issue of this. Tim Bradstreet cover. Really beautiful photo reference cover for just $1. Oh, there I am in the reflection. Hey, everybody. Hello. Nice, shiny cover. I'm getting more glare than usual. I think I'm on the wrong angle here today. Interesting. Not interesting enough for me to change it, but interesting nonetheless. I'm going to try to shift myself here. Okay, so next up we got Justice number 1. This has a little heat, this series. This is from 2005. Alex Ross cover. Alex Ross, I think, did some of the interiors as well. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I haven't opened it up yet. But it's just a gorgeous cover. And I know there's some variants to these books. Some people have been showing some really beautiful variants. I'm not I don't have any of those yet, but I do have this one. Quite lovely. I got this adorable Scotty Young cover, The Amazing Spider-Man, Renew Your Vows. This was from the Marvel Secret Wars era not too long ago, a couple of years ago. So it's a variant of #1 of that. So this isn't from the... I think there's a current Renew Your Vows series going on. This is not from that. This is from the Secret Wars short run of titles they had for all the different little worlds there were or whatever. You can see here Scotty Young's signature. The year was 2015, so not that long ago. Super adorable book. Oh, so cute. Who doesn't love that? Nobody. I got this just because it was a Batman that I missed, and this was the a new character. I believe his name is Mr. Bloom. This is number 43. It was $1. How could I not grab it? I don't know anything about this character, and I do look forward to seeing what he's all about. I wonder if he'll be one of those characters that, you know, he comes around once ever and then you never see him again, or 20 years from now he'll be like the new Bane. Who knows? All right, Secret Invasion. Who do you trust? #1. So this is a Marvel variant edition, Wizard World in the corner, black and white. Seems to be, is it a sketch? No, it's more like just a black and white, I think. I don't know anything about this. It was just $1 though. I probably already had this comic. I couldn't remember. I'm almost certain I do. I'm pretty sure I read this whole series. It's fallen out of my mind because I think it wasn't that good. But I really like this cover, so I figured it might be worth a read anyways, and why not grab a $1 cover? You know, when books are $1, it's okay to buy them just for the covers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a piece of art that you're buying. I know I always say, oh, I don't buy any comics that I don't read. But that's generally off the rack. That's generally at the comic store. If I come across a $1 comic that has a gorgeous cover, I buy it for the art, because sometimes I just like to go through my long boxes and just admire the covers. It's not weird. How dare you? It's totally acceptable. I picked up Justice League Europe for $1. Happy to have this comic. I already have one of these, but it's not easily accessible to me because, you know, I have about 20 to 30,000 comics, and they're totally unsorted. They are in like 100 long boxes that litter my house. So sometimes I rebuy a comic just because I want to read it, and it's cheap, and it's a quick way to read it rather than having to go through all the long boxes trying to find it. I love this cover. Look at this. Love Animal Man. You guys know my love for Animal Man. Don't pretend you don't. Hey, there's Power Girl. She's looking pretty good too. And look at the comic these guys are reading on the cover. Take a look here. You see that? They're reading Justice League #1. You can't get a good look at that cover, you say? Well, let me enlarge it. There it is. Found that for $1 too. That's like it's not worth a lot of money. I think it's like $15 or $20. But for $1, I'll grab this comic every single time. It's gorgeous. I want to find a copy, and this is not the one. I do want to find a copy of this to CGC. Hopefully in like a 9.6 to 9.8. Just for my wall of favorite covers. Because this is one of my all-time favorite covers. In my top 10, certainly, covers of all time. It's, I believe, a Kevin Maguire cover. Gorgeous, gorgeous cover. Look at that. Look at that Mr. Miracle there. My all-time, well, I can't say all-time favorite character, but one of my top 3 characters of all time. Just love him. You'll notice that there's kind of an Adam Hughes quality to this. Some of the other Adam Hughes covers. And I think part of the reason of that is because Adam Hughes took over for Kevin Maguire on this title later on in the run, around issue 30 or something. And he was kind of, in my mind, he was kind of aping Kevin Maguire's style a little bit. And you'll see a little bit of that in the Adam Hughes covers, which I've shown on a previous video that you can find. He eventually kind of found his own style, but for a while, during his Justice League days when he was doing the interior Justice League art, and I highly recommend that you seek out those books. They're, I think, around like issue 30 to 50, somewhere in there, of this title. He was kind of aping Maguire a little bit, probably trying to make the art look consistent from what came before. Yeah, so I didn't even realize at the time that they were Adam Hughes covers and not Kevin Maguire covers, because they were like so similar in style. Anyways, I'm blathering on. You guys don't care. You just want to see some beautiful covers. And I don't blame you, so let's move on. This is a great comic, though. It's a great read, too. This whole series. Wow. Silver Surfer #1. $1. That's not bad. This used to be worth more than it is now. It's kind of like, died off a bit. But, you got your Galactus there on the cover. You got your Silver Surfer. Beautiful, beautiful, fun, awesome cover. 1997? No, 87. Look at that. Quite lovely. Then I found a ROM, #18. This is the ROM run. Not like they don't have many key issues, but this is kind of one of them. I think this goes for about $10, maybe 15 if you're lucky. This is #18. It has an appearance by the X-Men, and that's why it's got a little bit of increased value. I really like ROM. I have a full... I think I was missing the 2 X-Men issues, and this is one of them. I'm still trying to find the other one. Those are the only issues I'm missing from this whole run, if you can believe it. I used to really like ROM, and now rereading them, I'm not sure why. They weren't that good, and the character's kind of dull. He's just kind of like this machine, this robot. But I did love it at the time. So maybe I'm missing some nuances. Maybe I need to start from #1 and read through it. There he is there. I know IDW has the license now for the character, and they do some ROM books. I have not yet had a chance to look at any of those. All right. We're going to keep the $1 train running here, guys. I found a couple of more. And I should say that, these are not 9.8, 9.6. Some of them are 9s. I think a lot of these are in that very fine plus to near mint condition, but none of these are like so beautiful that I would have to get them graded. You know what I mean? These bags, I put them in new bags, and they kind of give them a gloss that maybe isn't there when they're completely raw. But these are all great. Like, and for $1, you can't really complain. I think these would all grade around between 8.5 and 9 for sure. So this is #5, 35-cent cover price. In my mind, these 35-cent cover price books are the next kind of bulk books that are going to just shoot up in value. 30 to 35 cents. What I mean by that is there's 2 kinds of appreciation and value, really. There's the books that are keys. They're the ones with first appearances, first appearances of artists, characters, storylines, stuff like that. And then there's just kind of the rest of the runs of these comics. And typically, the keys are expensive, and then the rest of the runs are kind of flat. But when you get to comics that are like 15 cents, 20 cents, you'll notice that even the nothing issues, even the issues that are completely kind of common and nothing happens, have appreciated as well. The keys have gone up even higher, but there's kind of a higher base for a 15-cent book. Very hard to buy for under $5, $10. And I really think that the 35-cent issues, which right now you can still buy in the dollar range a lot of times, they're the next ones that are going to, in the next 10 years, you're not going to be able to buy this comic, for under $5, $10. Every issue in it will guide for like, $20. Anyways, that's what I think. But what do I know, right? So that's Devil Dinosaur #5. I'm talking a lot, aren't I? Then I also got Godzilla, King of the Monsters, #22. And look, who's in it? Devil Dinosaur and Moon Boy. There they are right there. You see them? How could you not? So that's kind of fun. Also $1. And then I found a little bit earlier Godzilla. Also beautiful condition, The Jaws of Fear. From Toho Productions. Godzilla, King of the Monsters, #16. Beautiful yellow comic. I don't know what it is about yellow comics, guys. When it's a yellow background, it just makes the book pop, doesn't it? Anyway, Great cover. This, seems to be like a cowboy era comic. What's Godzilla doing in turn of the century America? Who knows? I'll have to read it to find out. Anyways, next up, just a random issue of Howard the Duck. Again, 35-cent issue. I'm grabbing all the 30 and 35-cent issues I can in anticipation of that big price hike. Also, just love Howard the Duck. I'm putting together a full set. I'm very nearly there. I was missing this one. I was missing 12 and 13. I found 12. It was in the $5 bin, so they definitely knew something was up with this one. They probably looked in like, they went to eBay and saw that it was going for like, $10, $15. Couldn't figure out why and just marked it $5. How many of you know the key that is a part of this issue? I didn't. I had to ask a guy who was at the comic store, just another buyer. He was kind of flipping around. He saw me looking at it. And I was wondering why, because this one, number 21, was in the dollar bin. And I couldn't figure out why number 12 was in the $5 bin. But I didn't want to ask the guys who run the place, because I don't like to draw attention to the books that I'm taking out of there. But another customer noticed, and he said, this is one of the Kiss issues. So I was like, oh, Kiss, great. So I bought it. And it turns out there's a Kiss cameo. It's the first appearance of the band Kiss in comics. They cameo in this issue, and then they have a full appearance in number 13, which I don't have still. So that's on my list. This is beautiful. I'm actually considering getting this graded now because of that being a key issue. And I love straitjacket covers. They just had one for Wonder Woman a little while ago. Just love them. I don't know what it is about it. I have so many different cover quirks. That's one of them. Love Howard the Duck too. Guys, I own the Blu-ray. I've watched it a whole bunch of times. Don't judge me. Why are you judging me? I got a random issue of Doctor Strange. Random for you guys, maybe. Not so random for me because it's got an appearance by Dracula. One of my favorite Marvel comics is Tomb of Dracula. I'm working very hard to put a cheap run of that together. Not getting very far. It's very hard to get cheap issues. I have bought a couple, though. I'm going to show them in a future haul. I showed some in a previous haul where I did a monster section. Anyways, just love this issue of Doctor Strange that actually features that Dracula character. Pretty cool. All right, what else do I got here? I'll show you. Oh, we're getting to the good stuff now, guys. And I'll move a little faster. I know I just get to talking. I don't know. I don't necessarily like the sound of my own voice, but when I start talking about comics, I just don't want to stop. All right, so this is the Man-Thing, number 1. This is from the second volume. So the first volume ran I think 18 or 20 issues or something. It's in the 20 to 30 price range, cover price. This immediately followed. So this is a number 1, 40 cents. Still a nice book. $1. Oh, guys, here's one of the great ones that I bought. This was in the $5 bin. It's Marvel Spotlight on the Moon Knight, number 28. Marvel Spotlight number 28. This book, 25-cent cover price. Very early Moon Knight. This predates all of his series. I'm not sure if it's his third or fourth appearance, but very early appearance. And this book is it guides for something crazy like $130 or something like that. I found it in unbelievable condition for $5. It does have, the biggest flaw that I can find is this little corner. You see that crease there? That's ugly, right? But everything else is just beautiful on this book. Love this cover. I love the blue sketch panel-y stuff behind them. Just beautiful. Because you demanded it in non-stop solo action for the first time. Guys, for the first time, he's fighting solo. Wow, love it. All right, so $5. Can you guys believe it? And that's not even the best one. We're getting to the big boys now. Not including this one. Man from Atlantis, number 1. This was based on the TV show Man from Atlantis that starred Patrick Duffy. Remember that guy from Dallas, the show Dallas? Very short-lived. NBC television. So this is a giant size book. It's kind of fat. It's I think it's got 2 full-size comics in it. So I don't know if I'm not sure if this is the actual number 1 of the series. And this series only ran for very few issues, maybe 4 or 5 issues, something like that. But I seem to recall that it was like maybe a 30-cent or a 35-cent comic, and this is $1. So I'm thinking maybe this was and it also says giant size bonus issue. I'm thinking maybe this was actually just packaging a few of those issues together, like a year later or something. I might be wrong. This might be the first issue, but it seems to me the dollar price point fights the fact that the other issues in this run, and I have a few of them, were a much cheaper price point, I think. I don't know. I might be wrong. I'm so seldom wrong, guys. You know what I don't like to do? I don't like to look stuff up before I get on and start talking to you. I probably should do that more. So here we've got Lois Lane, number 137. Someone stealing a subway with Lois Lane on it, I guess. Beautiful book, 20-cent cover price. Does have one major cover flaw. You can see right there, big crease. No cover I don't think that breaks the color. I think that's pressable. If you press that, this goes from probably, a 7.5 to like an 8.5. Because, it's got a few other tiny flaws, but that's the big one. You get rid of that, this is a beautiful book. And that was $1. I think this one was $1 as well. This is DC Our Army at War featuring Sergeant Rock, number 230, 15 cents. Love old war comics, especially like Sergeant Rock or, which I think Our World at War, or is it Our Army at War, of course, was the Sergeant Rock title. But I also like The Losers. I also like the Sergeant Fury and the, Howling Commandos. I love all those books. I love Weird War, any of the Weird War stories, The Haunted Tank. So, anytime I find one, it doesn't matter what it is. There's not a lot of key issues because mostly they're just kind of like one-offs. But I grab them all if I can, especially for $1. This has some pencil writing on it. See on the R there? It has the date written on it. No problem. I wonder if I could even just erase that. I'm not going to try because I'll probably screw it up. But, there is that. Okay, guys. Oh, boy. I'm getting to some really good ones now. Woo! All right. This is the last batch. I'm just going to put them all together here. Oh, boy. You're not going to believe this. So I think the rest of these were probably $5. $5 each. Including this one. This was definitely $5. I actually tried to convince them to give it to me for $1. Because I felt like there's nothing super special about this book other than the 20-cent cover price. So I was trying to convince them that it wasn't a key. Maybe they could let it go for $1. They weren't having it, and I didn't want to push them too hard because, like I said, if they started looking up all these other books, I'd be in big trouble. So I kind of bit the bullet and got this one for $5. Pretty cool cover though. Not sure who this villain is. No matter thy strength, Thor is the mightier. The power of the Protector. I guess his name is the Protector. I gotta read it. I really want to. What I'd love to do is just read Thor from the very start. From Journey into Mystery, number what was it that was Thor's first issue? Like number 87 or something. I have Thor's second appearance of all time in a fairly high grade. That's probably one of my top comics in my collection. But I would like to, read the whole thing in a nice volume. Maybe I'll go after those omnibuses. Not sure. Beautiful comic, though. Guys, Miss Marvel number 5. Look at this. Dave the Doom Wagon. Miss Marvel has it. Miss Marvel has to stop it, but the Vision is sworn to defend it at any cost. Well, luckily I didn't have to buy this comic at any cost. I got to buy this comic for $5, and it is gorgeous. There is nothing wrong with it. A couple of ticks in the spine, but, big deal. Gorgeous comic. But when I pull this comic away, your mind will blow, all right? I just want to warn you because this next comic was also $5. Are you ready? Are you? Here we go. Miss Marvel number 1. Number 1! First issue of Miss Marvel. Are you kidding me? $5. Oh man, this is like, oh man, I'm shaking my head right now. I'm so stunned that I got this for $5. And it is in high condition. Glossy, perfect corners. Nothing missing. You know, it's got a little bit of, it's a little tiny bit, you can see right at the top. A little bit tiny, ruffled a bit there. That's it. Everything else, beautiful. No creases. The back is great. White pages, guys. I mean, I might have to just get this graded on principle because this has gotta be a 9.2, a 9.3. You know, it's not gonna get a 9.8, that's for sure. But no question, it's minimum a 9. And that's $5, guys. That is $5 well spent. Also got the Silver Surfer number 11, Oh Bitter Victory. This was $5 as well. It is not in as good as condition. You can see, along the spine. This is probably, gosh, I don't know. I'm not an expert grader. I would say just eyeballing it, this would be a 7.5 maybe. There's creases on it. But, I mean, come on, guys. It's $5. $5 for this book. It's a $100 book, probably. Well, not in this condition. I would say this book, in this condition, is worth at least $30. And I got it for $5. Also got number 5 for $5. 25-cent cover price. This is a thick, square-bound comic, guys. This is probably 48 pages at least. Square bound. So, when it's square bound, the staples, they're kind of like stapled in here and here, and it makes these weird staple bumps. It's very hard to keep a really tight, great condition spine on these square bound books. But this one is in pretty decent shape. Yeah, you see a little bit, see that corner? There's a couple of creases there. Again, 7.5, sharp corners, no cover flaws. I'd say off-white to white pages. Beautiful book, $5. We're not done yet, guys. We're still in $5 land. Look at this. Captain Marvel number 16, 15-cent cover price. The Intelligence Supreme. I mean, you got to put an extra buck or two on just for that. But beautiful comic, great condition, another $5 book. Keeping it going. Captain Marvel number 9, $5. Look at this. This is insane, right? 12-cent cover price. We're in the Silver Age, guys, and this was $5. Wow, I can't believe it. And if you thought that was nice, then you're also going to appreciate this. Captain Marvel number 4 in battle with the Submariner. No, I'm not going to call him the Submariner. He's not a submarine. That's crazy. He's the Submariner. And he always will be. But this is number 4, Silver Age, 12-cent cover price. Oh, my goodness. This is like a $100 book right here. Perfect condition. I would say 8.5 at the least. It's got a little bit of... it's got one. You see that one little crease at the top above the E in the word space. Other than that, clean, sharp, glossy. Any other word you want to use, get your thesaurus. Lots of words to describe those nice things. That's what this condition is. It's gorgeous. And finally today, the last book of the day for me is Jerry Lewis number 107. Now you're probably like, Jerry Lewis? You know what? Why is that special? Well, it probably isn't to you. The Adventures of Jerry Lewis, number 107, 12 cents. Maybe I've got French blood, but I'm a huge Jerry Lewis fan. One of my bucket list comics, one of my the comics that I really want to own is The Adventures of Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis number 1. I want that in a grade that is at least a 6. So this is actually, I have probably about 10 issues of The Adventures of Jerry Lewis. I have one issue of The Adventures of Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis in a low grade. This is really high grade, though. This is a gorgeous comic. $5. This is at least an 8, probably an 8.5. Probably able to press into a 9. Sharp colors, yellow background. Oh boy, I know you guys are like, who cares? But I gotta tell you, I'm over the moon. You know what? I prefer this comic probably to Miss Marvel #1. To be honest, this comic to me is a lot more special, and the fact that I was able to find it for $5 is just blowing my mind, completely wide open. All right, guys. That's it for this haul. Sorry I talked so much. I meant to make this like a 15-minute video. Of course, you gotta double everything with me because I can't shut up. But I am gonna shut up now. I'm gonna pass you back over to my counterpart, the Near Mint Nerd, and he's gonna say goodbye for me because if I try, it'll take another 20 minutes. Take care, guys. Well, that's it for the haul, guys. But can you believe it? Can you believe some of these books for $5? I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, I just keep bringing more and more home. I don't even know what to do with myself. I mean, I literally have, you can't see it, but right now I'm looking at about 3 long boxes full of $1 and $5 books that I took out of this place. 3 full long boxes. I'm not going to show them all to you because some of them are just, you know, filler for my collection. But man, you know, 1 in every 4 books I buy is a book like this. I'm not even exaggerating. So this haul is going to be ongoing for a while. I'm trying, you know, it's taking every ounce of everything I have not to just show everything to you at once in like a massive 5-hour video. I'm trying to break it up a little more than that. All right, guys, that's it for the haul. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back next week for my Wednesday new comics haul. I'll also probably have another section of this haul or some other video, you know, along those lines. And then after that, I'm gone for a week while my kids are on spring break. We're out of here. We're going somewhere nice. We're going somewhere warm, and we're taking the week off. I may do a little video from down there and then kind of assemble it when I get home. But definitely that week, you won't be hearing from the old Near Mint Nerd. All right, guys. Who loves you, baby?